All right, guys. How'd you guys celebrate 420?
With
Savannah?
yeah, we were in Savannah at the Barrel House, and we drank orange juice and ate cake. No, I don't know.
Heck yeah.
We did what everyone else does on 420.
I hear that.
We're just just like everyone else.
Yeah. Let's talk about the new EP, Shapeshifter. That released back on the 6th. It showed a real breadth of you guys' compositions. How did you guys approach the EP differently than some of your other albums?
This time we worked with our producer Robert Carranza.
Yeah.
And this time we did it all in the same spot. So normally Robert's from LA, so a lot of times we'll go out to his studio in LA, Solar Plastic Power Plant Studios, and we'll do the drums out there and do pre-pro. But we found that it's hard to kind of recreate that moment in time, So when we would come back home to do overdubs, it just wasn't the same. You were trying to capture a specific moment, so we decided to keep it all do pre-production, do our initial tracking and all the overdubs at the same spot, which is this house that we had. This old house that was abandoned for like 30 years. So it had a vibe to it, and we felt that it was just better to kind of keep it that way, and that's where we did everything.
Heck yeah. I really like the title that you guys chose for Stranger Danger. Is that from something? Did you guys, was that from a event or anything like that?
No, did you throw the name out there?
Yeah, I threw the name out there. I mean,
AC suggested the title.
I don't know. It just felt like it's a creepy song. It's weird, and we needed to. You need a song name, and so we had to pick one, and it just felt like Stranger Danger was appropriate.
As soon as you threw that out, I was with it. I don't know if you ever seen that video of that little kid on YouTube who's like, it's like some hidden camera thing where his parents leave their kids to they're like doing arts and crafts, and then the stranger walks up and he's like, "Hey kids, you want to come with me? I got ice cream." And then the one girl is just like, "No, stranger danger." And then the other kid's just like, "Ice cream."
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what that song means to me.
Heck yeah. Well, dude, guys, I mean, Malware is such a great track. It's got the electronic vibes from UAC, and then, it really showcases each member's, everybody brings heat. I mean, the whole album is fantastic. But, I've noticed that there was a lot of electronic bursts in the album. Can you guys elaborate and, just talk about the direction y'all wanted to take for this one?
Yeah, it's just a shape-shifting time in the music,
Yeah.
We're exploring new sounds, exploring new feels, just honing in on our own, way of interpreting our music, that it just comes out, whether it be electronic, whether it be funk, rock, jazz, it's us, and we throw all that thing in to make it a big soup, and, whatever it comes out, it better taste good. It tastes good to us, so that's all we're really great about.
I know, each one of us, Isaac's been doing electronic stuff, adding samples to his drum pad. Charlie, a little bit before we went to the studio, got into the world of pedals and started just getting all these different toys to play around with, which just adds all these new textures. I'm always doing that same thing, with pedals and stuff on the guitar. And AC had some new keyboards he was using. He's using the Prophet and the Juno. So I think it's just, as we tour and as we just grow and as we just learn more, you see what other musicians are doing, you see what's out there. You're like, oh, that's cool. And then the studio is finally the time where you can actually experiment with those things, because it's kind of hard to just commit to a new sound in a live show, where you're not really sure, what does this knob do? How does that fit in the sound? So when we go into the studio, we're always kind of conscious of okay, what new sounds can we bring into our
Along
band?
those same lines, from the people that you guys have been watching, who's taught you a lot or the most, or that you has influenced you heavy, just touring right now?
Man, I don't know. Guitar wise, I'm always looking at, I'm looking backwards and forwards all the time.
Right.
I still listen to Hendrix all the time, but
Sure.
even listen to bands like Snarky Puppy and all the guys that play guitar in that band,
Absolutely.
And now with just YouTube in general, it's just that rabbit hole of oh, this is a cool pedal. Like, I'll watch a demo video, and then it leads me to like this other thing, and then you get overwhelmed by it, and then you have to kind of think like, all right, what can I use?
Yeah, right. I mean, for us, or even for me, it's like you have certain keyboards that give you a certain sound bank, give you certain textures, right? And we've figured out how through pedals and various different instruments how to kind of identify our sound. But it's like you gotta change it up. You're not gonna get the same haircut every time. Right. Sometimes you're gonna shave. Other times you want, I don't know, flat top. I don't know, whatever it is, but it's still you. So we try to figure out ways to keep developing our sound without losing our identity.
Okay. Well, y'all's collaboration with Tauk and McGees this evening. How did that get started? The breath, getting with Jake and.
That's a good question.
Well, we had the first one was in New York City at BB King's.
That was 2 years ago, right? 2016.
So
3, maybe
3 years ago.
No.
Yeah, because we did that first tour with them in 2015. Long
Serious?
spring one,
yeah.
January to April.
What have we been doing?
Living, bruh.
Yeah, we had done a couple shows with them already, and we were planning like the bigger tour with them. And so I don't know exactly who suggested that we kind of maybe try to do some extra special things, and kind of threw that idea out of like combining forces, and that kind of just led to the Talking McGee thing, and we kind of just have kept it going, even though we haven't really been doing shows with them like we did on that whole run. If we're in similar places, like at a festival like today, we'll just, if we can make it happen, make it happen.
Absolutely, man. We're excited for it tonight, man. So, if y'all could make it happen, would y'all ever do like a collaboration with them, like studio wise, and just like spit out, new material?
Cool. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, those guys are pro. Their whole organization and the band themselves, they do it right.
Yeah.
So that's something that we definitely respect and admire, and we'd love to do something. As a matter of fact, we actually did a remix of one of their songs, Piranhas. So we actually, while we were tracking the record, we took not a little break, but we took 2 days or a day just to put our spin on it and send it back to them, and they're gonna put it out in their remix albums, which is great. That awesome. They asked us to do that. Which says a lot, and it's something that we had a lot of fun with, and it was just kind of a testament to the dynamic and the relationship that we're friends. So.
Yeah, well, that last EP was only 5 songs. It gave us a nice little tease, but we want some more, man. When's the next time we can expect a Shapeshifter 2 or the LP or what?
So this is the Construct is the first installation. The second installation will be coming out hopefully in September, in the fall.
September.
It's a full length. So we came in with a bunch of songs, like almost 20 songs, and we recorded a bunch. And we're like, okay, well, what do we do with all this? Do we just put it all out? You don't want to like blow our load, so.
Never want to blow your load, bro.
Well, only at the right time, So we figured that we'd wait and put some music out, and the way things are going today, it's about content. So, we'll support a tour with that new record, and we're excited to put it out. It's tough because you want to play the songs, but you got to show restraint. So we've been figuring out different ways to bring back old songs that we haven't been in the rotation as much, and which have new life in them, which is really fun, and then different covers and things like that. So we're trying to keep our live show different. We don't want to do the same. And we're not a band who just is going to play the same set list all the time.
Right. So after this Shapeshifter tour, what's next on the plate for you guys? Besides the album, anything else that we can look forward to for the future?
Yeah, summer's coming up, so we'll be hitting a bunch of festivals.
Heck yeah.
That's
Okay.
always fun.
Any big ones in mind that you can that
you're
excited about?
Well, this one today we're excited about.
Heck
we
yeah,
got summer camp coming up. We're doing one in Boston called Boston Calling. It's a bigger one. We'll be all over. We're going back to Red Rocks later in the year with Sound Tribe, so that's exciting. That's always a fun place to play. So stuff like that.
Camp Bisco.
So we may get some Talking Tribe later, right?
No, you never know.
Maybe if they're open.
Yeah, man. We'll do Talking whoever brings the heat.
Yeah.
Because we gonna bring.
You guys bring enough heat.
We gonna bring the heat. We're doing a Talking Beatles set at Resonance
Okay.
festival where we'll be putting our spin on some classic Beatles tunes, and making them sound way different.
Heck yeah. Alrighty, guys. Well, that's all I got. You know, super easy. You know, kept it under 15 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man.
I appreciate all your time. Yeah.
Starting the day off, coffee and an interview.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
There's only some eggs involved.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
step
Where's
2
the
now.
closest breakfast spot?
I know. I might just walk into that Starbucks.
Wakey,
and get
wakey.
Did y'all play in Savannah while y'all were in Savannah?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
played the Barrel House, that little bar.
Eggs
Yeah,
and bakey.
yeah. So that was fun.
Heck yeah.
But you know, it's one of those weekends. I mean, it was a fun night, but you got to be careful planning like the areas around here, like when a big festival's going on. You know, it's like
Right.
everyone's coming to Sweetwater. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's
man.
kind of the issue you run with touring. It's like we were on Wednesday, we were in Columbus. You know, so we did Columbus, Nashville, Savannah, and then we were down.
we were in Columbus. We were in Florida yesterday.
Yeah, and then we're in Safety Harbor, which did they had a festival called Tranquility, which is only like 160 miles away from Wani, you know. So it's just like you got Wani, and then you got 420 on the same weekend. People in the South drive, you know, so it's like it's hard to wiggle your way around.
Yeah, the big cities are kind of congested together to where it makes it kind of easier for us too. So.
Radius clauses and stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
This would be sweet though.
Guys, I haven't seen you guys since probably 420, not 420, Halloween.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
The
man,
last-
so
the last
I'm
one?
super, yeah, the last
Yeah.
one. I'm super
Cool.
excited to see you guys.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
That was-
a killer set.
That was a crazy
Yeah.
show.
We barely made that. Set.
Dude,
Really?
dude, for real. We played in
We came from Asheville.
Asheville, and we actually had to push our show up in Asheville like a little bit earlier, just so we could literally finish our set, pack our shit up, hit the road immediately. We literally drove through the night, got to Halloween, and immediately had to unload
Yeah. We went
and go
from
set up the stage. And then,
crusty-eyed to
yeah,
putting gear together.
for real. They attached our trailer to like to a van or whatever to bring it to the stage, and the dude like drove it into some weird little sand and got it stuck across. So then we had to cross-load across the street. Ugh. And then we started on time. It was a freaking miracle.
It's insane.
It's rock and roll. Rock and